Well, it was 1 week ago today that the deadly floods struck central Texas, and just 3 days from the deadly floods in Ruidoso. President Trump is expected to survey the damage in Texas later today, and we get a live report from our Washington correspondent. That's what we did in our last hour. But first, we start closer to home in southern New Mexico. As the recovery process begins in Ruidoso, there is still the potential danger for more catastrophic floods due to the forest burn scars from last year's fires, and it has many people uneasy. Those impacted by the flooding in Ruidoso are demanding more be done to make their communities safer. And New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham assured everyone Thursday that resources and funds will soon be flowing into the village to help with the recovery. KTSM 9 News reporter Jesus Baltazar has been covering the flood since it ripped through the village on Tuesday. He brings us the latest.
This is our third day out here in Ruidoso, covering the devastation left behind by Tuesday's sudden flash flood. Residents and business owners along Rio Ruidoso lost almost everything, and they're now left wondering how they'll be able to continue recovering when there's now a constant threat of flash flooding in this area.
We need help. We need help with our drainage. We need help with culverts. We need help with cleanup. We need so much help right now, because some of us didn't even recover from last year.
The McKay's RV campground was ravaged from Tuesday's flash flood, destroying their office space and their railing along the river all over again. They shared this video. They said the flooding got worse when the raging runoff overflowed from a nearby culvert onto the main street, and they now urge local, state, and federal governments to work together in order to improve the flood control infrastructure along Rio Ruidoso.
If this is part of the new normal, let's get the new normal fixed to where we can all live safely through the village.
We can't just keep saying, oh, it's just, you just have to deal with it for a couple years.
Meanwhile, residents and business owners around Ruidoso have responded by helping the affected. One owner in particular says that his business has served nearly 300 free meals to first responders and displaced residents. However, in the wake of devastation, he wants outside visitors to know that not all of Ruidoso is in danger.
But there's still so much amazing beauty that's accessible in Ruidoso and the surrounding areas. You don't want people to stay away from that. You don't want to scare people away from this village, from the business owners that rely so heavily on the tourism.
On Wednesday, Mayor Crawford said that although Ruidoso's economy is wholly dependent on tourism, he added that now may not be the best time for visitors to come.
We are not encouraging people to come to Ruidoso right now. It's just not safe. We have a lot of damage that's being done. While there are folks in town that is safe for them to be here where they're at, but no, we are not encouraging people to come to town.
Now, for the latest updates on the recovery efforts here in Ruidoso, you can head on over to ktsm.com. Reporting from Ruidoso, Jesus Baltazar, KTSM 9 News.
Thanks to Jesus for that. The village of Ruidoso is beginning to pick up the pieces after those devastating floods. This is video of residents helping one another clean up and search for some belongings in the piles of debris. Early numbers show close to 400 homes were lost or damaged in the flooding. Rescue crews made at least 65 swift water rescues.